Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Lambert. I'm the principal at Petal Primary School, and thank you for checking us out at the Petal Primary School website. We appreciate your support and your concern about finding out what this thing is all about. This thing that you're looking at right here is the Northwest Evaluation Association Student Progress Report. You hear us all the time say the words MAPS. That is an acronym for the term Measures of Academic Progress. We give this assessment 3 times a year to measure how well your child is performing compared to the other students in the district as well as students in their norm base. I'm going to go through this report fairly quickly. I want to try to do it between 5 minutes to 7 minutes of time because I don't want to bore you. And then two parents, I want to encourage you to contact your teacher in case you have got any questions about your child's individual report. So I'll go through this, and again, if you've got questions, please contact the school. Parents, this is again a student progress report. You should have your child's name, ID number there. This information is just your basic information. On your report, it should say fall 2015-2016. Here, the growth comparison period is just telling us when we started the test and when we finished. It's a testing cycle that we're trying to see how well your child grew in that cycle. And this blue rectangle, very informative. It lets us know what RIT means. It lets us know exactly what RIT is used to measure and basically see how well the child is doing academically. The best analogy that I can give you on NWEA and MAPS is the same as when you took your child to the pediatrician and they measured for height and weight. They want to see how well your child is doing in terms of their diet and all the other things that they're comparing your child to the other 2 or 3-year-olds that your child was considered in whenever they were giving you that information. Well, we're doing the same thing, but we're doing it in an academic way. We're trying to figure out how well your child is doing academically compared to their peers in the district as well as those in the nation. One thing I want to let you know too is that we don't use this to give a grade to a child. So again, we just use this to see how well your child is doing, and then we use this to help us better our instruction for your child. All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit further so that we can just see the numbers and the charts. All right, these two charts are the same. You've got a chart of bar, it's basically a bar graph. And then you have a results table. Okay, this is all the same information except for this right here, which is our percentile range. The red numbers that you see in the chart and in the results table are the same as these red numbers here under the chart legend and then the result table legend. That will tell you exactly what these labels are and what it is. I'll go through it pretty quickly so that you can have a good understanding. Here the blue is a student RIT bar, so that it would be your student. If you got black and white, it'll be the bar furthest to the numbers here. Then you have your district mean RIT. Those are the students and how they performed on average in your child's grade. Then here is the yellow, or is the norm grade, and that's those students in the nation compared to your child. Let's go over here to these two bars. Now this is SP for spring, SP spring 2011, 2012. Again, your child should have fall 2015. This bar here is telling us where your child should finish at the end of that testing cycle. All right. Now here, if you are a kindergarten parent, you're not going to have all of these testing dates. Okay. You may only have one. If your child's this is their first year in public school or their first year at the Petal School District, your child may have one. But if you've got a first or second grader, you're going to have multiple dates here. And you'll see their progress from the first time that they've taken the assessment to present. All right, and you can see here, these are the grades. This here is the RIT score, the one in the center that we want to look at. This is also the same as you see over there on the bar graph. This is the RIT growth that tells us how much they have grown within a cycle period. Projected RIT growth, right here, we want to point that out. This is something that we look at as educators. We want that to be similar to our goal. So in other words, if our child is at 214, then we want to have a projected growth goal of 8 points more than that. Here's the percentile ranges that we talked about whenever I gave you the analogy of the pediatrician. And so there you can see there, our average, we would like to see our kids in the 50th or above. If your child is performing below 30th percentile, your teacher will be contacting you and discussing in ways of what we can do to possibly intervene and help your child even more in those areas. But your teacher and we pride ourselves at Petal Primary School with our communication. So if you have any questions about any of this information, please let us know what we can do to help out. And lastly, I want to go over here to this area. This is the area that we use the most at Petal Primary School. This will let us know what skills that we need to work with your child on more. And then here, the Lexile range, it lets us know at what readability level your child can read at independently. We want to make sure that we match your child with books that they're interested in, but at the same time, we want to make sure that they're reading books that they can read independently for the most part, or with some adult guidance, so that they can grow in their confidence and their ability in reading. Again, these red numbers here on the chart and on the results table match up to these down below. Please take as much time to read over this chart as you possibly can. You can replay this video if you have any other questions, but please contact us here at the school if you need something answered. We appreciate you taking the time again to check us out here at Petal Primary School. Y'all have a great one. God bless.